The marquee races this election, of course, include the presidency and the U.S. Senate seat here in Texas. But depending on who wins a few U.S. House seats in the state, could help solidify which party takes the majority in Congress. Joining us to talk about a couple of the most competitive races here in Texas is Sandra Sanchez with the Border Report. Sandra, nice to see you again. We appreciate you being with us.
Thanks for having me.
The first race I want to focus on is for the 15th Congressional District. That's in a large section of South Texas. There's a rematch happening there from the 2022 midterm. Talk to us about who's running for that again.
Now, actually, rematch is the word down here because we have a couple of those happening. And in the 15th Congressional District, which includes McAllen, where I am actually, freshman Congresswoman Monica De La Cruz flipped this seat for the first time, Republican red in the last election. But she's facing the same challenger she had last time, small businesswoman Michelle Vallejo. And it is once again turning out to be an interesting campaign.
You know, just 2 years ago, we covered this very same race, and it turned out that Monica De La Cruz won it. But how is this race a little bit different? What are the candidates doing to approach this differently? Are they focusing on perhaps different issues than the last time around?
Right. Well, De La Cruz has a lot of funding behind her. Michelle Vallejo has always run kind of a grassroots campaign. But what's interesting, this past summer, Michelle Vallejo kind of went more center right. She's always been, her base has always been very liberal left. She's focused on a lot of women's issues and border issues. But now she is saying, she's in TV ads, that it's, quote, a crisis on the border. It's chaos. And she's, saying that she will work with Republicans and Democrats to do what needs to be done to get the situation under control, which is a real turn from what she had previously said. And it's alienated some of her base down here.
Well, that will be very fascinating to watch. So that's the 15th Congressional District. Let's turn to the 34th Congressional District. Another rematch will be happening there. Democrat Vicente Gonzalez is defending his seat against former Republican Congresswoman Myra Flores. What issues are at play there?
Again, the border and the economy. And what's interesting is former Congresswoman Myra Flores held the seat for 6 months when Philly Mondela retired. And Congressman Vicente Gonzalez is going for his 5th term. They redistricted and drew his house in the 34th district. So last time he ran against her, she expected it to be another red wave. And as you mentioned, she was very disappointed. It was not. He beat her by 8 points. But she has had a huge infusion of cash from the Republican Congressional Committee, as well as some other super PACs. And she's running hard. She's running strong. We just last Thursday had a debate between the two of them. And, interestingly, she agreed with Gonzalez on a lot of issues. He really hammered her hard to name bills and to name issues. He accused her of just memorizing rhetoric because she has such sponsorship from these national organizations. But, we'll see what happens. This area is leaning more Republican. Now, polls tend to call that race. They're saying that it's leaning Democrat or likely Democrat. So Gonzalez is still, looks like he should hold the seat, but we'll see.
Yeah, we will have to wait until November 5th to find out those results. But again, just talk about how these particular races are really in the balance for how Congress could shift in terms of who controls it.
Yeah, it's really close. As you know. And so, they're the focus down here. Flores got 800,000 in TV ads in August. She got 1.9 million from a super PAC. I mean, Republicans are looking at the seat, the 34th Congressional District. They want to turn it red and keep it red, not just for 6 months, but for 2 years. And they see this as an opportunity. Last time there was targeted the 28th Congressional District, Webb County, Laredo area, where Congressman Henry Cuellar is, but this time they're really focusing their efforts here. And that's The 34th district is mostly Cameron County, but as I mentioned, it includes a part of McAllen where I am. It spans all the way to Hidalgo County, and then it goes north along the coast.
Well, very fascinating two races to watch here in Texas, especially coming up in just a couple of weeks. Sandra Sanchez with the Border Report. Thank you again for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.